Match day 3 of the Cosafa Under-20 Championship here in the capital city. We are, of course, coming to you live from the University of Namibia. It is the second group match taking place here at this stadium, and this time around it's host Namibia facing off Zimbabwe, their neighbors, of course. A rivalry that exists between these sides for a number of years. I'm not alone here in the commentary box, joined that is by my co-commentator Mickey Kapama. Well, Mickey, how excited are you to be here for this one?
I'm pretty excited. Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to be here. I am very excited, and today's game is actually quite interesting. These two nations have had a head-to-head only twice, and none of them has won against either of them. So we are looking to see the first under-20 win for the Women Cosafa Cup. So, yeah, how are you feeling about the game?
An exciting one, of course, indeed. A beautiful weather here in the capital city. We already had a match earlier on between the likes of Botswana that battled against Malawi. Botswana edging that one by a solid goal to nil via a goal by Hope Letlotlo. It was indeed a beautiful game played there. Namibia and Zimbabwe, of course, these teams need to register the points. Of course, Namibia first played in the opening match against Malawi and played to a 0-0 draw in that one. They come up against a team that lost 3-1 against Zimbabwe. So against, obviously, Botswana that scored 3 goals in that match. So indeed, for them, they have a job to do in order to come back and bolster their chances of qualifying to the next round. As we can see,
the players are lining onto the pitch. Quite exciting day today.
Yes, among some of the players we expect to see in this teams, we have from Namibia, it will be Nancy Lebang that will be playing from the left side, attacking. Obviously,
she's quite an interesting one, isn't she?
Yes, a very interesting player that has obviously cemented her name in terms of the team's selection there. She will be assisted in front by Aces as well as Tokwane, and then Job in the midfield, while Warie will be playing, that is from the right side, and Okumas taking the left midfield. How Congo once again on the left side, while Chapaka will be in the central defense, as well as Kaishevi, who also had a solid game against Malawi, and Goses on the right, and Diweteko in goal. Zimbabwe, a relatively also unchanged aside from the match they played against Botswana. We have the talented Kumalo, Banderson, Mpofu, Chiwena, and Jendi, Merende, Mugude, Mashanda, Kanyuru, Namcherera, and Chirinda in goal. Namibia being coached by Errol Nauza Damazep, while the team from Zimbabwe is Lindiwe Dlovu. The colors for this team, we have Zimbabwe with white shorts, white shirts, and black socks, while Namibia comes in with red shirts, red shorts, and red socks. It's now time for the national anthems.
And now the national anthem of Namibia.
Those are the national anthems of the two nations who will be involved in this top clash here at the University of Namibia Stadium. The match referee for this one is Jabulile Mgabi from Eswatini, assisted by Horata Tandi Ngwago of Botswana, while the second assistant referee is Nokubonga Dlamini of South Africa. The fourth official for this one is Rose Zimba from Malawi. A lot of talent to be expected on display here between these two nations. As Mickey alluded to earlier, none of the teams have beaten each other here, and what an occasion for either of these two sides today to grab that needed victory.
Yes, indeed. Very, very much. It is an exciting opportunity for them, and they are expecting to break the tie. The first draw was 1-1 and then 0-0 back in 2011 and 2017. So this is their third head-to-head match. And looking at the statistical lineup, they have a 4-3-3. It is all gone with a mirror lineup like this. It is all up to the tactical brilliance and individual brilliance of each players, and the deep number six, Miss Job and Miss Mberende, if they are up for this.
Definitely, you heard it from Mickey there. If the number 6 are up for it, one of the things that these teams and these youth games have been displaying is that the teams are also utilizing their flanks very well. Quite a number of players that are technically gifted in these games. Not to forget to mention the likes of Nancy, that is Lebank, and of course in Zimbabwe you have the number 7 that you need to watch out for. It is Kumalo. She had a good game against Botswana, and probably will be looking forward for this one here.
Some team spirit up now before we kick off.
Yes, definitely you need to boost your team spirit in order to make sure that the excitement continues.
Yeah, it is all about the spirit of football here at the University of Namibia Stadium, and we are all here in the spirit of football. Let's enjoy this game.
Yes, most definitely. Kicking, that is from left to right, will be Zimbabwe, while Namibia kicks, that is from right to left in this one. It's going to be Namibia's number 9 Aces to start the proceedings. And there we have it, the start of the match between Namibia and Zimbabwe. And now it is Zimbabwe on the attack with their number 10, Jendi. Well defended. It's on to Lebang now. Lebang plays it forward. Goes for the interchanging play. However, well defended by Zimbabwe. A goal kick awarded to Namibia. Well, Mickey, looking at the two sides, as a coach, what would you expect from your players in the first opening minutes of a match of this magnitude?
I expect a lot of energy, a lot of press, and wide play is also very key in a game with a mirror formation like this. I expect a lot of brilliance and hard work indeed, as well as fun. You know, it is important to have fun as well, in as much as it's a very key game that the winner of this game will be expected to go through to the next round. So it is a very important game, and I expect a lot of hard work if I was the coach. What would you expect?
Well, of course, as for me, it is going to be a big one, definitely, and for sure. We don't know which team will come to the party today. However, let's get back to the game. It is Namibia with a throw-in here. It's aces now. Zimbabwe's defense. Mugude clears that ball for a throw-in. It's going to be Gorses with the throw. And now, it is Namibia in possession. All stop there. It's Jendi of Zimbabwe. A great play.
Brilliant play by Zimbabwe. They are runners indeed.
Most definitely. Sindiwe Teko. It's Namibia. Nancy Lebang. Well, Warie in the middle of the park for Namibia also displayed a good
It is indeed
quality.
a battle of the midfield as the ball just keeps bouncing back to back from player Namibia to Zimbabwe. We are having it now in the box of Namibia, and it's cleared out by Namibia.
Zimbabwe's number 14. Cleared. A high foot there by Kumalo. It's going to be a free kick for Namibia. Great play there by Warie. On to Lebang. Back to Lebang here. What can she do? Slots a through ball there for Tokwane to chase. However, the Zimbabwean defense sensed the danger and puts it out for a throw in favor of Namibia. Kaishavi. Lebang. It's Lebang with the shot. Well handled by the goalkeeper. Chirinda. Once again, Kaishavi there to clear the ball. The control from Lebang lets her down there. Throw in to Zimbabwe. It's Namucherera to take this one. Tackle there, taking no prisoners. It's how Congo, a very solid defender for Namibia. Aces, Lebang, the captain. Quick feet, plays it out of touch. Zimbabwe restarts play here. And now it's an attack there. However, an impeachment from Zimbabwe. Owen Goses. Still to settle in this match, both teams testing each other's mettle, observing the tactics. How Congo. Lebang. Blocked. Lebang. If you look at how the Zimbabwean team is lining up, once Lebang gets the ball, you can see a number of players on her, and there she goes for a shot. Yes, Mickey, you can see a number of players there always crowding around her, especially the Zimbabwean defense and midfield. Do you think this perhaps a tactic that is being used in order to stop the player that scored 7 goals at the under-17 Cosafa games?
Oh, yes, indeed. It looks like it is a tactic. And as any other team, you have to prepare and you have to study your enemy. And today, it looks like they have prepared to lock down Lebang and give her as little chance on the ball as possible. And it seems to be quite effective today so far.
Yes, quite effective. What we have there is Namcherera walking gingerly there, probably after picking up a knock. She should be fine to continue for this one. Throw in for Zimbabwe. It's cleared by Job. Now it's another throw in for Zimbabwe. The Shapaka letting it run. She would probably wish she could have done better with that one. It's going to be Namcherera to take this one. In the box, the still Namibia living dangerously there. Wide to the relief of the goalkeeper. That was an attempt by Zimbabwe's Mberende. The referee instructing the play to be retaken there. Kaishavi with a pass to Job. All right, Zimbabwe. They're still scrappy, still cagey. No clear-cut chances created so far. 9 minutes into this one. The Namibia's course is there. Probably outwinded, but she should be fine to continue. Standing behind this free kick. It's Warrior there. Now, what can Zimbabwe do with this one? How Congo? It's now Cherera. Handball. Will be Namibia to take this free kick. Sky Shavi standing behind the ball here. Is she going to go for goal from that side, or and she cross aces with a sleeky touch? Out of touch from Namcherera. It was wonderful play there, Miki.
Wonderful play by Namcherera, and also as well as the attacking brilliance of the Namibian players.
Attacking brilliance from the Namibian players, of course. How Congo to take the throw. It's a long one inside the box. Can it trouble the Zimbabweans here? However, can Zimbabwe now go on a counter here? It is Mpofu with the chase. Out of touch for a throw in that Namibia will take. Some strong challenges there. It is Warrior. And Okumos there on the right side. Quite a forceful midfielder. Aces. And now Lebank. Is this the opportunity for Lebank here? What can she do? And she
takes it. She takes it.
A wonderful run from Nancy Lebank. However, the Zimbabweans were there to defend that one. The star girl of the team there, with the hopes resting on her shoulders as the captain to take this corner. It's Lebang once again, well blocked. How Congo to take the throw. Namibia applying the pressure in this match now. And here it goes. It's a great chance there for Namibia. Zimbabwe now with a chance to counter. Jendi back in the middle of the park. On to Namcherera. Place it to Kumalo. Well defended by How Congo. Strength. But however, dispossessed. And now Kumalo with the cross inside the box. It's still Zimbabwe here with a chance. White. Well, what we have observed here is Zimbabwe are planning to play on the counter most of the times, and this was the chance from Lebank here, quite on her. And there you have it again, Namibia with Job having another chance there. Another troubling ball, but Diweteko has it. There is quite an ebb and flow to this game. Thrust and counter thrust, attack after attack. Both teams having a go at each other here. There's a free kick there for Namibia. Is all to play for here. In these early stages, the first really clear-cut chance falling to Namibia is Nancy Lebank. Almost scoring there. It is Tokwane that picked up a knock there. Namibian fans also there to watch this game. And now Zimbabwe with the ball. Is Mugude. Namibia has a chance to take another throw in here. At the moment, Namibia are down to 10 women here, with one of their players still receiving a medical attention. Can Zimbabwe use this to their advantage? Warrior. Kumalo there, controlled but dispossessed by Lebang. Aces. Lebang. Lebang, wonderful skills. Attempts a short. Couldn't get enough power out of it. How have you assessed the match so far, Mickey?
I'm seeing quick transitions from Zimbabwe, and you know that's the wonders of a 4-3-3 formation. One midfield here, and then the three forwards will quickly run at the defenders. It looks like they're doing great so far. They just need to keep up the pace, attack very, very lethally and very strategically as well.
There you have it, how Congo. Aces there, displaying some skills. Great shield by Warrior. She's a great midfielder. Warrior once again dispossessed. How Congo, solid. Lebang misplaced the pass there, but still Lebang not giving up. A forceful player, the Namibian captain, everywhere on this pitch, leaving it all on the pitch there. Now Namcherera to take the throw for Zimbabwe. On to Kumalo. Kumalo plays it forward there to their big number 11, Mpofu. Well defended by the ever-present Kai Shavi in that Namibia's defense. Shapaka there, full focus. It's Warrior once again here, doing the job. Lebang. A misplaced pass once again. And now an outside pass there for Zimbabwe. Well defended. Chiwena. Cleared. Both teams illustrating a great position of football. It's now Namibia to take the throw with courses. Aces now. Courses plays it. Now it's Zimbabwe with the attack here. Zimbabwe with the attack and do a tackle to the rescue. Shapaka doing the assistance of tying the shoelaces there. The referee not quite impressed with that. 20 minutes into the game, still 0-0, nothing to separate these two teams except a chance that Nancy Lebank had, which she couldn't capitalize on. Namibia yet to score a goal in this competition so far. Warie the chase is on here. The speedy winger of Zimbabwe, Chiwena. Gosses has her work cut out for her there on the right defensive side due to the two wingers of Zimbabwe, very pacey, especially the likes of Chiwena and of course Namcherera. Aces, wonderful turn, a free kick. There is a strong battle between Kumalo and Hau Congo in that department. Something is unfolding between those two. A great battle of these two players. We'll have to wait and see who is going to win it at the end of the day. Alhumas Nawarie. Job. Kaishavi clears it out for safety. Well, one thing I can say, Mickey, is that I've been impressed with the quality of some of these players of these two teams in terms of, look, they are under 20, still coming up, but you can see a lot of brilliance in many of these players competing in this tournament. What's your say and take on this?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I see a lot of talent, a lot of sharpness on the attack and the quick transitions. It also shows that despite the talent, they got some pace in it as well. It's
now Zimbabwe!
Very, very interesting game and very fast-paced in quick transitions on the Zimbabwean side and good attacks on Namibian side. But it's just the defense is too harsh. It's a big, big wall, a strong wall there in the defense structure of Zimbabwe.
Tell you what, from what we are witnessing between Namibia and Zimbabwe, one can tell that the pace of this game is quite high compared to what we watched before. Definitely you can see two teams that are hungry to make an impression here. Of course, Namibia will be expected to at least do something today as the home side. They are under pressure. They need to deliver. Zimbabwe themselves also under pressure. They still do not have a point. And that's one thing that the coach will definitely be telling his players, that we need to get the points on the board. Chinda. Lebang there, great pass. Okumas with a strike. Kumalo. Namcherera. Warrior. How Congo. Cleared. Another defensive play there by Shapaka. Namcherera to take the throw for Zimbabwe. Warrior there giving the chase to Mpofu. Kumalo. Wonderful skills there by Kumalo. The referee says play on here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. How Congo. Intercepted. And the referee stops the match. There seems to be a player down injured. It is Namcherera who seems like it is Berende actually. One of the players there. A chance for the coaches to have a word with the players in terms of patching things up, getting the tactics right. We have Ephraim Shihonge, also part of the coaching staff of the Namibian team. Aces yet to have a clear chance. It is actually the number 7 of Zimbabwe, Kumalo. Time for a water break. And back to duty. It's going to be a drop ball in favor of Zimbabwe here. And she goes straight for goal. The coach will probably not be impressed with that one, as Berende, they wasted a chance. Namibia building from the back with How Congo. A misplaced pass once again, losing possession in that regard. Aces yet to make or bring us back to this game. Now Kumalo, well marshaled. Namcherera. It's going to be a throw in to Zimbabwe here with Mugude to take. Courses with a throw for Namibia. Okumos. Wonderful drive from Zimbabwe there. This could be spells danger for Namibia. Spells danger from Namibia. Offside. Zimbabwe's jersey number 14, Banderson, finding herself with a clear chance. However, Namibia would be delighted to the rescue of the referee's whistle. There she hit there, hits the crossbar. However, it wouldn't have counted even if it had gone in. Action continues with Warrior. Dispossessed. Once again, Jendi. And now Kumalo here with the chance. Oh! Kaishavi there. Almost making a mess out of that one. However, play will continue here. Namibia at the back foot at the moment, with Zimbabwe doing most of the attacking. Another free kick awarded to Zimbabwe. It's going to be Machanda to take this. We have seen her taking a lot of these free kicks in this competition for Zimbabwe. And she delivers here, a clear-cut chance for Zimbabwe, and it's a goal. However, once again, the referee's whistle is up.
Zimbabwe by jersey number 13.
At the moment, the goal is disallowed. Some confusion there. The play continues. We've had our first goal, but it was disallowed. Okumas. Should be a wake-up call to Namibia now. Well, Mickey, there we see it. Machanda with the cross. What do you make of that call?
Yes, it does look like they received the ball offside, and it is definitely not a goal. It is, however, a very scary opportunity. If I was Namibia, very, very scary. Now they need to pull up their socks and attack, and less chances for Zimbabwe. Give them less chances on the ball.
Wonderful analysis there. It is now Kumalo. Great defensive there by Shapaka. Still Shapaka fighting for the ball there. Oh, Kaishavi. Au Congo. Kumalo. Back into Mpofu. Another opportunity here for Zimbabwe. Kumalo. Great skill. Beats the first player. Warrior dispossessed. Jendi with the cross. This is an opportunity for Zimbabwe. Eventually cleared, but still not out of the woods yet for Namibia. They can breathe. Zimbabwe coming at them, firing on all cylinders here. It seems like Namibia will have to readjust. Zimbabwe easily cutting through the middle, as well as exploiting them on the wings, making it very hard for Namibia. Yes, Mickey, what I have observed is that the Zimbabweans are packing their players into the Namibian half.
Yes, they've taken over the game. As it looked like at the beginning of the match, it was more of a midfield battle. Now it is more of Zimbabwe battle, and Namibia just has sit back, and they are now in the defensive shape.
Yes, a lot of Namibians sitting back and absorbing the pressure at the moment. Another free kick awarded there. Aces are the culprit. The spectators not happy with the referee's call there. However, the free kick stands. It's going to be Machanda to take this one. Well, the Namibian coach seems to have called a few players to warm up there. probably not impressed with the way proceedings have gone so far as Zimbabwe continues to attack here. Many of the Namibians players in the midfield are looking lost at the moment, under pressure. Goal kick. Ashavi, what do you think the Namibians will need to do in order to restore their formation here, because they appear to be all over the place at the moment?
Yeah, no, they need to really focus more on the game and bounce back. And it is a home ground advantage. They are the host nation, and this game is really all hands on deck. I see what those players that have been called up could also be key players to really change this game around, because this is a win, all or nothing for both of these teams.
You get it from Miki Shapaga. Definitely, this is time for Namibia to at least produce something. What can they engineer here? Miki Kapama, co-commentator today with those wonderful analysis. It is Nancy Lebank standing behind this one. What is she going to engineer? Namibia needs her, the crowd needs her, her teammates need her. What is she going to do with this free kick? It's Lebank. Oh! The defense does its jobs there. The wall of Zimbabwe so far. It's going to take more than just a free kick like that to break it, as it seems. How Congo. How Congo. Okumus. Lebang. Okumus. And now Kaishavi. Kaishavi here struggling to keep. And now Zimbabwe with a chance. Over the bar from jersey number 13, Chiwena. Relatively less than 6 minutes to go to the break here. It is still 0-0 between these two sides. However, Zimbabwe has been on the front foot for most of the half now. Namibia would be praying for halftime at the moment in order to regroup and get things going. Seems like their engine room at the moment is having holes. And now, what can Lebank do to this one? Aces against the run of play. It is Aces with a shot. An opportunity has gone backing there for Namibia as Aces balloons that one over. Mickey, what do you make of that?
Yes, Aces, I think she was supposed to pass that ball and not really attempt to shoot immediately at the goal. There was a chance there for a beautiful assist that could have really changed this game around.
Yes, and it was almost against the run of play as Zimbabwe was dominating the proceedings. However, unable to break that deadlock. Namcherera with a throw here as we approach the crucial stages of the first half. Kumalo with the dummy. Once again, one has to give credit to Namibia's defense, though, that despite the pressure, yet to force the goalkeeper much into action. Most of the balls been a result of blocks from the defenders. Great turn by Aces, but however, dispossessed Aces once again. playing now from the deep end, frustrated with waiting. The front team. And now, Job with the chase. One thing about the Namibian upfront players have resorted into coming deep in to collect the balls due to the fact that the supply chain at the moment of Namibia is currently absent in most of the attacks. It's going to be Machanda to clear this one. A miss read there by Guzes. Now a short wide by Chiwena. She has looked lively on that left flank. Let's have a look at that one once again. Aces there. She could have waited and passed it or slot it through back to those that were attacking. However, she chose to go for the glory, and her effort was astray. It's now Gozes to take this one, to drive it right in the heart of Zimbabwe's defense. Not good enough. It is Job. Great control. Lebang. Okumos there, intercepted. It's now Kai Shavi once again. This time clears it. She has appeared to be a little heavy in the last remaining minutes, especially under pressure from the attacks there. A few missed kicks, a few misreads. Machena there with the Chibobo. However, it won't count for anything. We have some of the players that are also in action in this competition. Looking on. If you've just joined us, we are coming to you live from the University of Namibia. It is the Under-20 Cosafa Championship. This time around, part of the Region 5 Youth Games, currently being hosted and held here in Namibia. It has been a few days of action, from football to many sport codes. However, it is Namibia now, with Lebang yet to really find that spark she always has. For such players, it normally only takes just one chance, and they can come to the party. Dueteko there, making the save. The Namibian crowd still behind their team here. Some sort of motivation, great skill from Lebang. A great pass to Job, back to Lebang, aces. Great 1-2 combinations there. Tiki-taka, as they call it. However, it was interrupted, and now Hau Congo. Fourth official has indicated 2 minutes added on to this game. Mickey, how would you sum up the first half?
It was indeed a very great first half. high energy in the midfield. We required a few tactical, lethal and clinicality in terms of attack, but a good head-to-head. And Namibia was really under pressure towards the end of the first half. And as well as we really need to give a props to the Great Wall of Zimbabwe in this game so far. They've done an amazing job.
Yes, indeed. And now a strike from distance there from Zimbabwe. This could be the last attempt of this half, unless the referee says otherwise. But here goes Lebang here. Ochemos. A misplaced pass. Communication there between it's an offside. Well, there seems to be a lot of uncertainty there between Kai Xavi and Goses in that defense. These two players you can see running for the same ball, and it literally has cost Namibia a few scares there, because the communication or the dynamics on how they both should defend here has not literally been on par. I think it has to do with the communication. These two players obviously started off together in the previous game. It must just be a moment of panic as the Zimbabwean team has been making most of the attack in this one. Yet they have a chance here to go for a long throw here that can trouble the defenders. It's going to be Mugude with the throw, and this is it. It is halftime here between Namibia and Zimbabwe. A 0-0 stalemate so far. It has been a game of chess here. Relatively a few chances created by both sides. Few clear-cut chances. However, it has been Zimbabwe that has been doing the most in this one, with the most attacks, ball position. However, Namibia still with a whisker of a chance to get back into this one, or to maintain the play that they should have in this game. We'll be back with the second half after this.
We are all seeking connection to each other, to the world, to the spaces we exist in.
Poor sportsmanship right now from the lads.
You might be physically ready, your body is ready, but mentally.
Here's another chance, and it is a goal from Vindo Kahana.
Hy sê wie is er aan neertrek en hy bal het my grond gevat. Ja, hy het grond gevat en is
But just enough next.
Running that mountain up. Okay, so we will be doing this for the mountain climber. More advanced, slightly advanced.
So is jou trolley reg? Want
I love that. I love that. So then
kickstart our countdown at number 5 with this one.
Op Netwerk TV se Klets Kompas gesels ons nuus van 'n Maandag tot Donderdag. Ons kyk ook na die weer en meer. Stories wat jou raak en stories wat saak maak.
They've made a mistake in denying me bail, and they've made several other mistakes in many other cases.
The channels that teach us something new or reflect our expression. So it goes beyond switching to the right station. It's about choosing the experience that can adorn the present, dressing it with our tastes as we expand our preferences, because what we are actually connecting to is boundless, limitless human energy. And this is the spirit of NTV.
My name is Jacqueline Gertze. I'm the General Manager for the local organizing committee for the Region 5 Youth Games, Namibia 2024. The beautiful thing about the Region 5 Youth Games is that is your biggest multi-sport event in the SADC region. From our side as the local organizing committee and from the desk of the General Manager, you know, all systems are running. And as a country, we can with confidence say we are ready to welcome 9 other nations into Namibia as early as from 29th of June. For the first time also, this is the 11th edition, but for the first time, Special Olympics is part of the multiple sports event such as this, which is the Region 5 Youth Games. So inclusivity stands out as a very big highlight. And then also, not only inclusivity in terms of special athletes, athletes of disability, but also women, girls and boys competing in different sports codes with equal opportunity. It's a very big moment for communities and the nations to gel, to come together, get to know each other and really represent the African Union vision. The main factor here is sports infrastructure development to enable everybody to have access to sports. Namibia always promoted the active participation of young people in arts, music, sport and so on, but one thing was missing, and that is that we don't have access to sports facilities for everybody that loves the game. These games is basically creating that. We are representing the government of Namibia. When they speak, they refer to boys and girls, able and disabled. There's no moment in these games, and over the times that I have lived in the sport, that I have seen leadership speaking with the same voice in terms of inclusivity. And that is for me the best space to work in, and that inspires me a lot.
Here in the heart of Namibia, where red dunes meet ocean blues, where sunsets write poetry across the sky, a new chapter is about to begin. From Swakopmund's breeze to vintage rhythm, we don't just play for points, we play with purpose, with pride, with heart. In 2025, we welcome you, Region 5, 10 nations strong, not just to compete, but to connect, to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle. Our people, they know strength. And our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home. Feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
Xavi. Lebang. It's Lebang with the short. Well handled by the goalkeeper. Up. Once Lebang gets the ball, you can see a number of players on her, and there she goes for a short. Yes, Mickey, you can see a number of... And now, Lebang. Is this the opportunity for Lebang here? What can she do? And... Oh!
Takes it. She takes it.
And here it goes. It's a great chance there for Namibia. Zimbabwe now. Wonderful drive from Zimbabwe there. This could be spells danger for Namibia. Spells danger from Namibia. Offside. Free kicks in this competition for Zimbabwe. And she delivers here. A clear-cut chance for Zimbabwe, and it's a goal. However, once again, the referee's whistle is up. And now Kaishavi here struggling to keep. And now Zimbabwe with a chance. And now what can Lebang do to this one? Aces against the run of play. It is Aces with a shot.
Great wall of Zimbabwe in this game so far. They've done an amazing job.
Yes, indeed. And now a strike from distance there from Zimbabwe.
We are all seeking connection to each other, to the world, to the spaces we exist in.
Poor sportsmanship right now from the lads.
You might be physically ready, your body is ready, but mentally.
Here's another chance, and it is a goal from Vindo Cosafa.
Op wijs, hij zegt, ja, is er aan neertrekken. Hij bal lijkt mij grond gepakt. Ja, hij heeft grond gepakt. En dan zie
But just enough next.
Shh. Running that mountain up. Okay, so we will be doing this for the mountain climber. More advanced, slightly advanced.
So is jou trolley reg? Want
I love it. I love it. So then
kickstart our countdown at number 5 with this one.
Op Netwerk TV se klets kompas gesels ons nuus van 'n Maandag tot Donderdag. Ons kyk ook na die weer en meer. Stories wat jou raak en stories wat saak maak.
They've made a mistake in denying me bail, and they've made several other mistakes in many other cases.
The channels that teach us something new or reflect our expression. So it goes beyond switching to the right station. It's about choosing the experience that can adorn the present, dressing it with our tastes as we expand our preferences, because what we are actually connecting to is boundless, limitless human energy. And this is the spirit of NTV.
If you guys want to know what Athletes World is all about, you guys will definitely have to tune in for the episodes to see what goes on Athletes World. We will, just to give you guys an insight on what Athletes World is about, it's a show that dives deeper into the life of athletes, is finding out what they are all about, and they get to tell us what their favorite foods are, what their greatest moments are, and what their worst moments are in sports as well. So you guys tune into the episode. It also plays every Wednesday on DSTV. Here is where you find out more about athletes, and not just athletes, but also the unsung heroes.
Here in the heart of Namibia, where red dunes meet ocean blues, where sunsets write poetry across the sky, a new chapter is about to begin. From Swakopmund's breeze to vintage rhythm, we don't just play for points, we play with purpose, with pride, with heart. In 2025, we welcome you, Region 5, 10 nations strong, not just to compete, but to connect, to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle, our people, they know strength, and our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home, feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
The teams are about to return for the second half of this match. It is Namibia versus Zimbabwe at the University of Namibia Stadium. The Cosafa Under-20 Youth Games, part of the Region 5 Youth Games taking place in Namibia. Mickey, what do you look forward to in the second half?
I look forward to a more thrilling second half, more goals, at least a goal or two here and there from both teams. I think during the halftime, the coach may have had a talk. The coaches of both teams may have had some talks with them and tell them to be a little bit more aggressive, especially in Namibia. They are required to be a little bit, not even a little bit, they need to be more aggressive, more focused, and more really, really lethal in terms of attack. But I am looking forward to an energetic second half. I'm looking forward to goals and energy.
As we return for this second half, we see the likes of Labang, Aces, Haukongo, Job, Warie, as well as Jesse number 13 there of Namibia, Tokwane. However, Zimbabwe makes an early change here. It is going to be Mpofu, replaced there by Polite Mavengwa. Now they go for the second half here. Cleared by Kaishavi. Cross there by Mugude. Well in the hands of Ndiweteko. Confident a goalkeeper. And Lebang now with a strike. She's really trying to shoot from a distance there. Probably caught. She wants or hope to catch the goalkeeper of Zimbabwe off guard, but her attempts have been blocked so far. It's a throw in for Namibia. Warie there, and now Lebang plays it to Aces, but offside. Well, a draw for these two sides will still keep them in the mix of things as well. It will be 2 points for Namibia and a point actually for Zimbabwe. Well, Chiwena, they're running the ball out. It's Okumas. And on to Job with a shot. The safe hands of the goalkeeper. Now, Haukongo. Well defended by Zimbabwe's number 19. And now Zimbabwe on the attack here. It's Chendi. Genty with the cross. Out of play for a goal kick for Namibia. A relatively early start, Mickey, but how have you assessed the team so far on the ground? Is it still the same style of play?
It is still slightly the same style of play, but it looks like Namibia have went and had a chat in the chat room, in the back room, and now they are really more hungry, more energetic, and really fighting because they need those 3 points, and so does Zimbabwe as well. I don't think a draw is in the lines for these two teams. It's a win or nothing.
A win or nothing, of course, indeed. However, a draw from these two teams will still keep them or keep their hopes alive in the competition. But I think as for Namibia, they would really like to get themselves on the score, on the points table and get those 3 points. There seems to be another injury there. It is Kumalo. Tokwane. Zimbabwe are currently down to 10 women at the moment as we speak, and then can Namibia capitalize on that here? Another offside for Namibia. It seems like the Zimbabweans are playing a high line, beating the trap, making sure that the Namibians are not able to advance in that department. It's a risky play, it's a dangerous play, because at one moment the player could time their run perfectly, and that could be costly for the visitors. Throw in for Namibia. It's going to be courses to take. Courses. And that's it could be a penalty kick here for Namibia. What's the referee's decision going to be here? A high foot in the box. Is this the chance for Namibia? What's the referee's decision going to be here? Well, she will have to consult. It seems that the referee here and that's the kick, and the referee here still to make a decision, and it's not a penalty, to the dismay of many of the fans in the stands here. We're hoping that Namibia has a chance to grab their first goal of the competition here. Mickey, looking at that situation there, do you think it's the right call?
I think it's a right call by the referee. Good decision. It didn't look like a very dangerous tackle. It looks safe, and I don't see a foul there from my angle.
Good job. Now Congo to take the throw. Warrior, wonderful skills. She's such a silky and smooth player. And now, this is Zimbabwe with Chiwena out of play for a goal kick to Namibia. A very short hospital pass there by Dueteko. Alcomas dispossessed. It is now Chiwena. Wonderful, no nonsense tackle there by Kai Shavi. Such a solid and strong defender. Job, aces, job. Job, aces, job. They lose it there. And a strike there by Chiwena. Another strike from Zimbabwe's number 17. Berende. Namibia on the attack. Lebang now. Great skills by Lebang. Wonderful skills by Lebang. On to Aces. What can Aces do here? Still in possession. An attempted cross and a good one, of course, but no one at the end of it. Namibia preparing another substitution there. It seems it's going to be Deborah Fries warming up, the forward player. I think it's time that the coach makes a change here. It could be Aces, who's been struggling up front there. Or it could be Tokwane. Wonderful skills by Nancy and Nutmeg there. But however, it is now Chiwena. Player with a beautiful left foot and strength here. Now it is Zimbabwe on the attack. Shapaka, make sure she shields that one. Deborah Fries to come on here. And it is Aces to replace her. Do you think it was the perfect time for a change to be made here, Mickey?
I think so too, because Aces has been very impactful in the first half. She really did a lot of runs, a lot of tackles, a lot of really ball control and possession in terms of that. I think now it's about finishing, and that is why it's perfect to put in a forward who can really give a last touch on the ball to the net for Namibia.
Let's wait and see whether Fries will be the key to unlock the defense of Zimbabwe. Chop, Lebang, Tokwane there, attempting a run. There you have it, Coach Errol Damasep and Shihonge. Zimbabwe to make another substitution here. Kumalo will be off. Replacing her is Antonio Ananjere, who is also a midfielder. It's a swap for swap here. Chiwena Great play there. Deborah Fries, wonderful skills there from the substitute. The game needs some magic, and we just witnessed some there by Deborah Fries, the substitute. Wonderful skills. You can see that she has that in her locker. Throw in for Namibia. Ball still in the air. Causes. Away. Warrior. Is Warrior on the chase now. And now, Job. LeBanc could have hurt herself there with the ball. It seems the ball not landing well on her face there. Stoppages. The second half yet to spark into life at the moment. Some stoppages. Namibia's number 10 currently on the ground. And the substitute as well, Deborah Fries there. It seems that LeBanc is fine. She will continue. The coach will hope so. And now at the moment, Namibia will be down to 8-9 actually, with 2 players off the pitch. However, Deborah Fries is back on and will continue. As LeBanc receives medical attention, Namibia now down to 10. Namibia here. On the ball. There we have it. There some of the Brave Gladiators players, Yvonne and Viola Fleet, also part in the mix here. And this could be a chance here. This could be a chance for Namibia. Deborah, wonderful skill. Oh! It had all but lacked the goal. She's a skillful player, the substitute, but however, the fans cannot believe what they just saw there. A big chance for Namibia to take the lead. It's Deborah Fries, dancing shoes. And a great corner kick. Deborah Fries there, looking confident. Let's have a look at that. Look at that. 1 down, 2 down. Just hand the goalkeeper, but the block from Zimbabwe's Mavengwa was really the savior of the day. Mickey, do you think she should have at least gone for an early shot here?
I think it was a very beautiful battle there in that box, and it shows the power of a power sub, you know, that skillfulness, that freshness from the bench. She's showing to be but however, the defense, Polite Mavenga, she really had it on lockdown, and brilliant play there from both teams.
Brilliant play from both teams. It's job. Arie Okumus. Namibia now picking up the pace. It seems they have, Zimbabwe has a new problem to worry about, and that's Deborah Fries. Namibia gaining the momentum here. A change that has brought the game to life. Now, what can Zimbabwe respond with here? Warrior back in Namibia's position. Job. Warrior, unable to control that one. Still Namibia here. It's Zimbabwe with possession. And a short here. Not good enough to trouble the defense. Chiwena now dispossessed, but back to Job. Okumos. Free kick awarded to Namibia. And there's a chance for Nancy Labang here. Labang! Oh, it's a goal! Namibia grabs the goal that they needed. It is Takwane that scores the goal for Namibia. After Nancy Labang creates the chance there. Takwane gives Namibia the lead. Let's see how it started. A missed kick from the defender. And there it is. Through the legs. Could it be an own goal? But Takwane claims it for now.
Brilliant player. Just what this game actually needed. A goal to break down the score line, to open the net for the game. Absolutely beautiful goal by Tokwane, and a beautiful and stunning assist by the star Labang.
There seems to be a player hurt there inside the box. It is Nachamrera.
It just says a lot about playing a high-line defense, which is what Zimbabwe has been playing. It is quite risky, very, very risky, but also has its advantages. And that risk they were willing to take, unfortunately, it has cost them to concede a goal against Namibia.
Here's another talented Namibian youngster coming in. She's also been playing in the FNB Women's League. A skillful player, of course. It's a good player to add when you want to defend and protect a lead and hold possession. It's Job that goes out. It's Lebang now. Namibia can smell blood. However, intercepted. Everyone now pushing. Zimbabwe on the attack here with Berende. Intercepted, and now there goes the jersey number 15. Miriam Dapandula, Michael, a very skillful player. However, she wanted to do too much there. It's Freeze. Freeze. There seems to be a bit of a showboating here from the Namibian players. However, the coach would probably warn them that it is not over yet. They need to be confident. And there is Miriam. It is still Miriam. And now, the energy, what a goal can do to a team. You can see Namibia, a renewed and rejuvenated team attacking. It seems like the Zimbabweans' tank is running out. Warie. It's Warie. Now Miriam. Okuma's there to the referee. She will call for that. It's the rules of the game. Back to Namibia. And this could be a chance here. Wonderful play by Miriam. There seems to be a shin pad on the ground there, but however, everyone continues. A goal kick for Zimbabwe. Namibia has less than 20 minutes to hold on here or to extend their lead in order to have a comfortable finish. And now it is Lebang. A shot from Miriam. Not enough to trouble the goalkeeper.
It is high energy here at the UNAM, University of Namibia Stadium. A goal can really change the energy of the game, you know, the momentum. Namibia has gained the confidence. Zimbabwe, it looks a little bit nervous and have fallen down into almost a low block slightly. But let's see what this game does, and let's see if they can really equalize.
Zimbabwe falling into low block, definitely they have to regroup here because at the moment they are all over the place. Namibia coming down on them with all the firing power, making sure that they do not have time to think, do not have time to remain complacent here as the Namibians are forcing and pushing for that 2-goal cushion that could eventually be a great margin for them if they are to win this game comfortably. Courses with a throw here. Zimbabwe now will have to fight back. As things stand, it appears as if Namibia will have their first 3 points of this competition. Remember, Malawi also losing today against Botswana. 3 points could be a very good result for them, could take them to 4 points, meaning that only Malawi will be the team that can still compete with them in terms of points. The defeat for Zimbabwe will be the signal and end of their campaign here. Definitely they will not be able to qualify even if they win their last match. So indeed, it is up now to Zimbabwe to try and fight back. However, Namibia maintains the pressure, forcing the Zimbabweans into making mistakes. Gose is taking her time to take this one. She knows that they're not in any hurry because they are leading by 1-0. It is Goses here with the cross, and Zimbabwe once again desperate defending from them. A throw in to Namibia. There you have it. Less than 15 minutes remaining in this one here at the University of Namibia Stadium. Namibia leading through a goal from Tugwane. Now freeze. A snapshot, but wide. Chinda there. Wonderful skill there by Labang. Once again, it's Labang. And Labang with the shot. She saw the glory. However, it was not going to be her day for now. Putting the Zimbabweans under immense pressure. You can see Namibia now lining up as a high line. One thing about them is that they are not settling for the goal. They are pushing. They want an insurance goal here at the moment, and that's what they are looking for. And now, what can Zimbabwe do here with this one? Well defended. One has to give credit to Namibia. Even when they were under pressure, the defense stood firm and made sure that they did not concede a goal. Chiwena seems to be a bit of tired legs there. However, another chance gone begging there, but still Namibia with a chance to go forward. It is Nancy Labang. Plays it to Miriam. What can Miriam do here with the snapshot? Not strong and powerful enough to trouble the goalkeeper. Great defensive display there, strength by Hau Congo. However, Warie appears to be out in her tank there, unable to chase. Great Kai Shavi defends it. Zimbabwe now with Chamdera on the attack. A strike there. Not enough to trouble the goalkeeper, but she makes a mess out of it there. Almost a costly mistake by Ndiwe Teko. I mean, she has been 100% accurate at the whole game, but just a lapse in concentration and decision making there, almost costing Namibia's team a goal.
She is wonderful on the delivery at Dueteko. One of them that led to the goal was really a goal kick from Dueteko, and that really could have cost them in equalizing draw, which is really not what Namibia is looking forward to at the moment. And I must say that Kashavi was really locked down. She's solid at the back there in terms of defensive, and they are very much confident. They're running, they got the game on lock, but they must be careful in terms of their defending, especially that high line that you mentioned earlier. Very risky, but let's see where we go.
Yes, let's see where we go here. Labang bundle over there by Polite Mbavengwa. It's a free kick, and Namibia are in the right position where they need the ball to be in this moment in time. Obviously in the half of the Zimbabweans. It is Kai Shavi to take this one. Is she going to go for a historic moment? She goes for goal. However, not strong enough to trouble Zimbabwe's goalkeeper. Chiwena, the left footer who did a lot of running in this game, appears to be dormant now in this later stages of the game, but there she is. She hasn't shown the spark that she did in the first half, and the spark that she also had in the first game. Obviously, it could be credit to Namibia's right back positions, defenders making sure that she is held at bay. Chinda attempting there, but Shapaka taking no prisoners. However, it is now Zimbabwe on the attack here. Zimbabwe on the attack. This could be dangerous with Chinda. White. It's Jendi with the white short.
The young mighty warriors are not giving up. They are fighting to the last minute, and they want that equalizer and hopefully another win for them for the game, because this is really a game that they can send them back home if they lose it.
Yes, of course, yeah. There's still just a few minutes to play. It's a time where the Namibians would wish the clock can just move faster. Tokwane there showing some energy still in this game late on. That's wonderful stuff from here. It's now Labang. What can Labang do with this one? It is Labang. On to Deborah Fries. Great defensive play by Goses there, using her body well. And now Fries. It's Fries with a strike. It is White. Well, the Zimbabwean goalkeeper in a hurry, making sure that she plays it very fast. However, misplaces the pass there. That would not impress her coach.
Fries needed to put more energy, more strength in that attempt. Could have gone somewhere more power with a nice power kick.
Most definitely there. And here is Leblanc here. Freeze with an attempt. It is here that the young Namibian team aims to do well here. Warrior. And now, what can Lebang do here on the run? It is Nancy Lebang. Nancy Lebang here strikes. Defended by Machanda. It's a corner kick for Namibia. And Namibia with this corner kick, with around about 7 minutes or so remaining in this match. It's going to be Deborah Fries to take this corner kick. Can she seal it for Namibia? It seems like she's trying to use the wind against the Zimbabweans. We saw in one of the corners that she took the wind blowing in their favor. Let's see what she does with this one here. Once again, a same attempt but out. And now Zimbabwe will get it going as fast as they can. It is Chiwena now on the attack. Zimbabwe. Chiwena now. Wonderful last-ditch defending from Kaishavi. It's a corner kick here. Zimbabwe with the cross. Great defending. Cleared by Kaishavi. This is an offside for Berende. Namibia will be relieved there and take their time to take this free kick. You can see
it's the final 5 minutes of the game. It is Namibia versus Zimbabwe at UNAM University of Namibia Stadium. And it is almost that time where you really do the final touches in the game. Are we going to get one more goal from Namibia, or will they equalize in the final minutes? What do you think?
Well, as we see there, it's still tight. It's still not done yet. Well, what the bookmakers predict here is still not concluded. Still a few minutes to play before the end of this game. We know that Zimbabwe does have the quality on the pitch to change this game anytime, as well as Namibia to actually put on an elusive lead. However, if we look at the time there, less than 5 minutes remaining. So it's up to the two teams now to see which one is the fittest. And you can see there, as the game goes on, the players' lapse in concentration increases, and that was definitely an unnecessary corner kick conceded by Zimbabwe. That would not help much in their quest to salvage a point in this game. And now a corner kick that Miriam will take. Well taken. Wonderful stuff. There she goes again. And now, almost the confusion there, but the keeper's call was heard. Zimbabwe's defense, Zimbabwe's attack seems to be out of energy. They did the most in the first half, a lot of running. And now, it seems like they are really just struggling and fighting for dear life.
Yeah, these are the parts of the game where it becomes mental. It becomes a game of a mental game. You're tired, your legs are feeling heavy, but one loss in concentration, one loss of focus, and your lead is gone and it's a draw, or it's another conceding, or you concede a goal. But this is really the mental stages of the game.
Machanda now to take this one. Well defended. Nancy Lebank on to Deborah Fries. And now a through ball here to the goal scorer. What can she do in this one? Oh, Tokwane there. Warrior misjudges it. But however, courage and determination How Congo. This gives Namibia a chance to qualify out of this group. Their match against Botswana will be a crucial one. The coach will be hoping that Botswana will be resting some of their players, given that they have already qualified to the next round. A substitution there, Warrior to leave the field to, I suppose, a standing ovation after a great job in the midfield there from the number 6. Jersey number 12 coming in for Namibia is Sheriva Garwes. There has been a protest for a penalty there. However, the referee waves a play on. Malawi will play their final game against Zimbabwe. Of course, Zimbabwe heading home will be also another match there. Both of the teams that these two teams will be playing against literally have nothing to play for unless it's the pride, and so therefore obviously it's going to be a very important fixtures for Namibia and Malawi in the final matches for them. 3 minutes added on towards this one. Namibia are very close. They can smell a victory here.
A lot can happen in 3 minutes, you know. Another goal or another defensively mistake that would lead to conceding a goal. But, you know, a game of football, you can expect anything. However, Namibia are really looking forward to this win and to qualifying to the next round, should they hold on to, in this final 3 minutes, to that goal.
Yes, of course, should they hold on. Warrior receiving the salute, a wonderful match she had today, and as well as the previous time she played against Malawi. And now it's almost there, dropping back from midfield now to assist the defense. A coalition there. However, the referee has signaled a throw-in to Zimbabwe, and that has not stood well with the coaching staff and the fans of the Namibian team. They feel that a free kick should have been given there. And now Zimbabwe with one final attempt, well defended. Now everyone for Namibia in their own half. Still, and now this is a chance here for Zimbabwe. Great defending from Hau Congo. She has been as solid as a rock in that defense, the number 4. This could be the final chance for Zimbabwe to orchestrate anything here. However, Namibia now out of their blocks. And a strike here, not good enough. This should be it for Zimbabwe. A time on her hands by Ndiwe Deko, who also had a solid game in goal. How many more to go? A free kick awarded to Zimbabwe. This could be the last play of the match. It's going to be Machanda to take this one. And a yellow card given there to Lebank for standing in front of the ball. And the ball there, wonderful by Dueteko. It's game over, Mickey.
A must say this was a team performance. However, a good game for the goalkeeper, a clean sheet, the discipline, the work rate. What a game, and well done to Namibia. Also well done to Zimbabwe for holding on to the game and not really losing focus and fighting hard until the very last moment.
Well done there to Namibia's number 10, Nancy Lebang, once again being voted the player of the match. She deserves it, as many of them state there. A wonderful game from her, the influence. She literally did it with the rest of the teammates. As we look at the goal one last time, and there she goes, Lebang. Wonderful stuff through the legs of the goalkeeper, and Tokwane was there just to make the goal. It has been a wonderful game here of football and a wonderful broadcast. You can see Lebang in disbelief, once again receiving that award. We leave you with the images of the team as they celebrate the final.
Make sure you take it easy. Thank you very much.